Meeting to order. First order of business is the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, as a reminder, this meeting is being recorded by Noy Media. If many people in the crowd are recording as well, please let us know so we can have the record. All right, first up is the vote to approve the minutes of the March 14th, 2024 open session meeting. Has everybody had a chance to look over those? Yep. Any corrections or issues with what's written? No. Nope. Seeing none, I would entertain a motion to approve the minutes of March 14th, 2024 open session. So moved. Second? Second. All those in favor? Aye. Next up is the warrants.
I'll read these in. School expense warrant, March 14, 2024, $616,440.60. School payroll warrant for March 7th, $1,218,557.52.
Yes. Next up, student representative update.
So, well, good evening, everybody. Hope you're staying dry. So for the Yale, right now at the Yale, they're getting ready for ELA MCAS. Students are doing final preparations for testing classes, as well as our LLT, which is Learning Learning Time, which is our RIT block periods, which we have each day. On MCAS days, we start with an early morning recess to get the blood pumping and our bodies engaged for testing. Then a morning snack. Then students have the rest of the morning available for testing. Students then go to lunch and recess and have their specialists rescheduled to the afternoon. Most of our kids end up saying how much fun they love MCAS days because they feel as if the days fly by and are actually fun.
And for the JCS, they took on the 4 ST Math Challenge this morning, trying to capture the national record for puzzles completed by a school in 10 minutes. 4ST stands for STR, what you're doing, STR, doing ST Math puzzles, have the stamina to keep going, and then STOM to a dance party if you capture the new high score. Our goal was to beat 9,700 puzzles as a school, and we are proud to say that the JCS completed those puzzles and to celebrate held dance parties in each of the lunches with Gigi herself. Many thanks to Mrs. Berthau and Mrs. Diaz for making this event so special.
And then from the high school, students are excited to get to vacation in 2 weeks, but even as we look ahead, there have been so many amazing things happening. Spring sports are in full swing. Last week, Norton High School hosted a very cool STEAM community event with businesses, students, staff, and the community. It was a great event. Prom tickets go on sale next week. The spring musical starts next week with shows on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, April 5th, 6th, and 7th. You all should come. Friday before break will be the Opportunity Fair, which will be open to all juniors and seniors. Over 30 area businesses and organizers coming to showcase their potential careers or work options. So we agree tonight.
Great, thanks, guys. Any questions or comments? No? Okay, next up, we have the vote to appoint Robert Kimball to the Permanent Building Committee. For those of you who don't know, the membership of the Permanent Building Committee is approvable of the school committee and the Board of Selectmen. The Board of Selectmen already approved Mr. Kimball. Is there any question or comment on this? No? No. Okay, Mr. Kimball's not here, so I'm assuming he just want to speak on his behalf. I would entertain a motion to approve Robert Kimball to the Permanent Building Committee. So moved. Second?
Second.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Janet, you can reach out to the Board of Selectmen and the Permanent Building Committee and tell them that we approved him as well.
Absolutely.
Okay, next up we have the superintendent evaluation process.
All right, so it is at the here where you guys have the opportunity to evaluate my efforts since beginning last July. During the beginning of the year, we had talked about wanting to do this before the spring election. So we had a full committee that was able to go through and provide feedback. So you have the rubric that goes along with the superintendent evaluation. And you each have one of these end of cycle summative. So the way that it works is that each member of the committee goes through, fills out the summative report based on your props and your feedback, and then they are handed into the chair to compile and come up with an overarching framework. So I think our goal is to have it so it is done publicly at our meeting on April 25th, which will be our last meeting for the framework. If that works for everybody.
Makes sense.
Sure, yeah. I think I'm, as record, just thinking I particularly love the methodology. It implies that we don't tell you that we have an issue or that we think something is okay at the moment of
Yeah.
the action. So that's certainly true. But I understand that this is so.
It's very similar to our teacher evaluation process. We're constantly having conversations about what's going on and constructive feedback. But again, required by the state. So
Yeah.
here we are.
Is what it's- All right, no questions or comments on that?
Should we set a date to get these to, these coming back? Well, no, it's the time.
No, we'd have to have
24th
that meeting.
is the date that we're going to
Yeah,
go
so-
over, right? So
Maybe like April 15th.
24th and a half. Really put her feet to
Oh,
the fire.
She's not here.
I was gonna say, unfortunately, Mrs. Cohen isn't here to defend herself. So
I mean, I think,
No, that makes sense. Why don't we, let's see.
what's that Monday before?
The 22nd? Before the 25th, 22nd?
Yeah, I mean, I guess from the process, she just takes them, collects them, and then does what?
So ultimately, there needs to be one ranking for each of the criteria. So,
It's like an
Yeah.
F5.
right, so if three of you say needs improvement and one person says proficient, it's easy. Okay, well, that clearly
Gotcha.
is something there. But if it's something that is like, well, two people said this and two people said this, or whatever.
It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah.
So you want to just do 21st then?
Either way.
Sure.
That gives her a full week to file.
21st, Sunday, the 21st.
Yeah, can you send us
Oh, sorry.
these electronically?
Yes.
All right,
Yeah.
18th, let's set the 18th.
Okay.
Yeah, because I found in the past, if you get it electronically, you can just kind of open a new document, just kind of paste out rather than like scanning in a paper document. So if we can get that a copy electronically, so you can just
I'll have you get that.
Yeah.
compile
That'd
it.
be a lot easier for her.
Yeah.
Absolutely. We'll do.
Scratch. Perfect. Okay. All right, anything else on that?
No.
No, all right, we'll move on then. Review and vote on reach collaborative agreement, effective July 1st, 2024.
Before we move on, did you want to go through this update or is that just for?
That is for you. I'm more than happy to go through it. There is an update on my goals. The purpley color is the update from this March. And would you like me to go through it?
I don't need you to, but if somebody does, that's fine.
No, I was just looking at the sheet. So
I think if on the 25th, we should make it a point of you get some updates.
Absolutely.
So,
Yeah, we're all proficient.
Well, I just, you had a facial expression that I wasn't sure that if you wanted me to or not, so.
Yeah, that's it. Okay, now we will move on.
All right.
We're done with meetings.
I don't know why this was in my
Not so few recently. I didn't want to finish so early.
Okay, so previously this year, we, the committee voted to approve the addition of Whitman Hanson Regional School District and Brockton Public Schools to the Reads Collaborative. This is the updated collaborative agreement that needs to be voted on by each of the school committees. The only changes that are here in this agreement are just simply the addition of those two communities. So this agreement will stand as is for the next several years until an adjustment needs to be made, but it's kind of, it's approved once and then it's in perpetuity until things change. So the board just needs to approve.
Any questions on that?
My only question, which I don't think it really pertains, but just like from obviously Reach rents space from our schools.
Mhm.
Nothing in here
No,
saying that we're
that is
extending
it.
that through 28, 29, whatever.
That is a totally separate contract.
Perfect. That's what I thought.
Okay, if there are no other questions or comments, I would entertain a motion to approve the new Reads Collaborative Agreement as written.
So moved.
Second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Thank you.
All right, and in tandem with that, hand in hand, vote to appoint superintendent to board of directors of Reed's Collaborative for the 2024-25 school year.
Thank you. So throughout the course of the school year, the Reads board comes together to hear updates about what's going on in programming. We vote on different policies, et cetera. And typically, either a school committee member can be the representative on the board, or you can appoint me as your representative to the Reads Collaborative Board. So meetings are typically during the day. Sometimes they're in person in Navarro, they're virtual. So I've been going this year and don't mind continuing that. So we just need to approve me as your.
Does every member of Reed's Collaborative have a spot on the board or?
Yes.
Does anybody wish to supersede Dr. O'Neill?
No.
Think anybody would?
Thanks for your offer.
That's why it's such a funny thing to vote on.
All right, seeing nobody step up to the plate on that one, I would entertain a motion to approve Dr. O'Neill as our representatives of the board of directors for the Reed's Collaborative for 2024-2025 school year.
So moved.
Second,
Second.
all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right, next up, we have other business. Anybody have other business?
I guess the only thing I did, I visited the new town hall, got a little quick walk through there. So it was nice. It's not open yet. But yeah, it's very nice, huge. Superintendent's room is massive, which is good because I think like meetings. Like,
We have a super-
like, when they have
Whose room is that?
well, no, not superintendent's, I'm sorry. Select board's room.
Oh,
It's huge, but like for meetings of joint or whatever, there's a lot of
Great.
seats and makes sense, that's good. It's all framed out, anticipated, I believe, to open like August 1st. It should be in there for September, the outstanding. That should be a very nice addition, for sure. It's a ton of breakout conference rooms too, which will be huge. Ton of meeting areas, so I'm hoping too, it would make sense that looking into next year, moving us over that way too, so.
Yeah, I mean, I know we're not in the best of financial positions right now as a town, but that was sorely needed along with the senior center and our fields as well. People can be against the three projects, but it doesn't change the fact that they were sort of needed at the time, so.
Now, the update we got on the senior center, just as a permanent building community there, they've been a little behind with the senior center. Hopefully, they were originally supposed to open that first, and the town hall might be a little different. But overall, it seems to be on pace, which is good. And then they're also right now working under budget. So both of those that way. Both of them are.
I'm sorry, I have to go back to number 7. You have to read pursuant to chapter 70 section. Sorry. Sorry, Donna.
That's okay, I need that paper back up. Okay, boy, now you're just asking.
If it's not on there, then
All right, we're gonna revisit the vote, number 7 to appoint Dr. O'Neill. Okay. I'm just making sure, I'm trying to, I'm reading this into the minutes. This is not a new vote, correct?
Correct.
Yeah. Okay. All right, pursuant to chapter 40, section 4E, as amended by chapter 43 of the Acts of 2012, members of the board of directors at Reed's Collaborative are to be appointed annually. Jennifer O'Neill is appointed to serve as the Norton Public Schools representative on the board of directors of Reed's Collaborative in accordance with Massachusetts General Laws, chapter 40, section 4E, as amended by chapter 43 of the Acts of 2012 for the 2024-2025 school year.
So moved.
Please repeat that.
Sorry about the big-
We just have to make sure.
All right. Okay, we're good now?
We're good.
All right. Any other business?
No.
No. Okay, seeing no other business, I would entertain a motion to adjourn to go into executive session, not to return to regular session. Do I have a motion? So, we have a second.
Second,
Mr. Schleicher,
yes.
Mrs. Callen,
Yes.
Mr. Sheedy,
Yes.
and Mr. Savas is a yes as well. Okay,
Great.
thank you. Anybody who is leaving, thank you for coming, and anybody who's staying.